Good morning. A little bit of shorty coffee time here today, and I'm just talking a little bit very short. Number one, three subjects I want to cover: the pineapple upside down cake, the van build, as well as charitable donations and all the brouhaha that's currently going on with that. Number one, although a cake may taste good, as the pineapple upside down cake that was made on the McNamara channel did, unless it can be presentable and look good, it's a non-starter. It's a fail. Let's call a spade a spade. And using a skillet did not allow it to have the non-stick feature of using a true non-stick cake pan. So I will be remaking that same recipe next week, and it's going to be interesting to see how it turns out with a true non-stick pan. People eat with their eyes as well as their mouth, so it's very important that things look good. So that'll be interesting. That's going to be the first redo I ever did. Let me just as an aside say we'll be in Kitchen Stadium tonight too. I think Marshall is making Peruvian steak dish with rice on the side. Okay, the next topic is the van build. People are getting all excited about February 12th as a target date. It's a date that I put out about six weeks ago. Will it happen or will it not? Well, we're rolling good. There's really not a lot more to be done, and people seem to be very antsy. They want to try to control the situation. They want to cheer it on and cheer it forward. I've got a lot of things going on in my life, and my friends realize that there's a lot of things. Like yesterday, I wasn't able to spend 1 minute on the van build. I'm under no constraint to achieve anything for anybody on YouTube except for myself in doing this van build. And if it happens to go over a few days or a week, then it is what it is, you know. And you can either hem and haw about it, or you can move on and just not watch. But it seems like people can't resist talking about it, no matter what channel it's on. So I must assume everything that we do is engaging and entertaining, and people are enjoying the living heck out of it, and certainly the numbers show that. So, you know, give the people what they want, and they will come. And it's been a great experience for me, and it's been restoring a camper van has been a great learning experience for me, and something that I can take great pride in for the future. And if you think I'm going to rush that for the sake of some people's opinions about when this should be done, well, you've got another thing coming. That's not the way I operate. Quality above all, no matter how long it takes. The last thing I want to talk about is charities. We know the situation swirling around with two gentlemen in the community. I'm not going to get into names. We know who they are. They're both well-regarded people within the community. They have both polarized people to the extent that there's fans and supporters on both sides, and that's good. That's human nature, okay? And but the reality is, when things come to an investigation about monies, my opinion is it's best to just stand back and let things play out, because facts will always come out. There's major forces obviously at work behind the scenes to suss out facts and things like that. So at the end of it all, one person's going to end up apologizing, and hopefully things will move on, and feelings will be restored, and people will be happy again. Okay, but the thing is to let those facts come out. Okay. Now, having said that, it's going to take some time, and it's it's sad that the community has been split by this, but it shows the wisdom of something that I've always believed. Even if you get involved with fundraisers, which I have over the years, not so much over the last 4 years, but if you get involved in fundraisers, do not at any cost get involved in holding the money directly yourself, because number one, that makes you totally accountable to people for the disposition of those funds best thing to do is always, like we did with the Australia fire relief, give a direct link. Give a direct link in the description box. That way you never touch anything. Yeah, you don't get the glory of knowing what was raised, if anything was raised, but your heart was in the right place in doing that. And speaking of hearts in the right place, in my mind, the spirit of charitable giving is not to use dislike for somebody else as leverage to donate for a charitable cause. There's some type of twisted I don't want to say morality, but there's not the best feel-good factor of that. In my opinion, you should just give because you like the charity and you like what they stand for, and you investigate and you explain and you talk about the history and you show the people the things that were done, and you show some pictures. Maybe you bring somebody on from that organization and they come on and spend some time on the stream. That way you get people donating in the spirit. But to have claims that if you donate to this cause, it's money that's not going to a person that is disliked. Let's face it, not a penny was going to go to that person anyway. But the spirit of giving is intact when you do things in a positive and heartfelt way, as directed to that charity through direct links, and not touching the money yourself. You don't have to worry about ever going down this kind of road. Well, happy Saturday to you, and see you around. Definitely Kitchen Stadium tonight. We've got beautiful weather, and I am looking forward to it. Thank you, everybody. Your thumbs up are appreciated.